Hello everybody, it's Jim here. Long time no see. And today I decide to shoot a trading video because FTMO hit me up with a promo um, coupon. They ran on a 100K account a special promotion. You will find the promotion link in the description, which you will be essentially be able to get the 100K account for like $450, which it will make it one of the most affordable plans in the entire prop firm space, and it comes from FTMO. Actually, give me 5 minutes and I will be back. This is the first trade, and I'll be back. Hello, I'm back. Let me drink some coffee. All right. Um, let me show to you some of the updates I have work. Let me check the screen. Okay, great. Now, this, I click it, I move it, I click again, wherever I want. See, very snappy, right? Now, risk here, I could have um, fixed balance, let's say 200, and it calculates how many lots it will open. Click here because this is on top. Um, I will explain in a while. Let me actually show to you what it means. Uh, it's 5 minute process to fix it. It's not like it needs some fixing, but essentially this is the trading panel. This is the overlay. So far, I have put this one all the way to the back of the screen, which means this is on top of that. Let me show to you. You see, go behind. Now, when I'm ready, because I was working on that. When I'm ready, I will put that on top. So when it drops, it won't be like that. The, the panel will be on top. That's why when I click here, it doesn't let me to drop it because there won't be any other way to catch it again. I mean, is it cool? I explained to you stuff while we are on a challenge, but doesn't matter. Anyways, now here it says, let me actually close that to not be distracting. Now it says here 4 lots it will open, but this is based on the initial risk that I have. It won't open 4 lots, okay? Because this is based off, if I click lines, you see here all the way to the left, it appear a new overlay because here we have a trade, okay? And I can click, I can grab. Now, the green one is the take profit, the red one is the small, not small, stop loss. And between, do you see those lines? 1, 2, 3. Those lines represent where it will actually be the stop loss, because this you see from here to here is a very big distance. So if I had it from the panel, what would be from the middle, from the bottom, the top? It is from the line, and as soon as I click that, those lines reposition. So this shows from where the calculation happened. Maybe I want to put the lines a little bit closer, uh, but that's that. Let me also show to you. Oh, now it calculates. You see, it's $200, and we can see here the risk, right? And as I move the stop loss, okay, what I say right now is I want to risk $200, right? So you see here and here, it adjusts my stop loss, okay, to $200. Okay, now other, so it adjusts the lot um, size, right? Now I could have it based on balance, right? Now it shows initially 100, but as long as I click, oh, this is 200%. Oh my god, that's stupid. I mean, it's impossible to open with 200% to risk. Let's say 1%, right? Which means on a 100K account, because as I said, is a challenge. And by the way, You can see here profit, initial account balance all the way to the left. It's last 3 months history. There is no history. Actually, the amount that even if you deposit on your broker, let's say you deposit today, it's shown here on the first one. Like I purchased this account, they deposit 100K. Anyways, to go up to 90, 70. Anyways, now I put here 1%, and you see 1% of 100K is 1,000. And as I, you know, over it calculates the stop loss and stuff like that. Here, for example, let me take 10% and even. See, it will break even. Now I want to take a 10%. Very easy. Now that line stay there. I will have it move it, on the break even because it stay there. If I click one more time, it is easy to how to move it back instead of grabbing it. So far I don't care about that. Let me take another 10%. You see, we risk $300. We made a lot of partials, and right, we risk 300. We already have secured 1.2%, so that's good. We risk less than essentially 1%, and 1.3. So I secure already 1,000 plus my initial risk 1,300 plus I am break even, and yeah. Let's see what I wanted to show to you because I have some cool things. So settings here, X mode I cannot show to you is the mega engine, sort of speed. So break even, what break even does here, trade, click here, line, and let's say here. Okay, actually before I go into other parts, we have here some buttons. All right, so let's see what those buttons does. So actually, you know what, let's start from start. All right, before we start, actually, yeah, fixed here shows we have this button calculate. If I click off, it doesn't calculate. It means if I put here 2 lots, it will open to loss. The same way that you do here. That's a bad way because you don't know how much you want to risk. Here I want right now to risk $150. So I can put stop loss there in here, and I can put later. You see, I'm talking, I'm trading, I'm monitor stuff. We do so many things. Anyways, um, back to what I was saying. Actually, let me. Um, so yeah, here calculate off. It will try to open the risk, the amount that I have put here. It says lots 100, even though I have put 150. It is because the broker doesn't let to open more than 100 lots on that pair. And yeah, that's why I put here 90. If I put here 150, anyways, uh, calculate. Fixed, it means amount. Balance, it means percentage based on the balance. Let's say 5%. It will risk 5% based on the stop loss distance. Okay. This is the overlay to visualize the trade. This is the stop loss distance. That line to that line. I understand it's self-explanatory, but you need to understand that might someone see this video that doesn't even have a clue about trading, right? Or prop firms, or um, those type of stuff. So we need to help those people do, not to sell them something, but to provide like an education, kind of like A to Z, so they can understand what they see. Okay, that's that. Now, here we have something called lines. Maybe I name it overlay. It doesn't really matter. All what it means, it is that right side. the risk the risk reward tool, essentially. Okay, this is all what it is. Now, let's see. Have sale buy. I haven't worked on that. It has the sell and buy function, but but it has very close stop loss. If I hit here sell or buy, it have like 5 or 10 pips stop loss. This is like for instant execution with 10 pips. I will need to modify it a little bit. The difference is if I click here buy or sell, it doesn't put stop loss. You always need to have a stop loss. Okay. Drink some coffee, drink some water. Now, some more self-explanatory buttons. Close cells, it close all the cells. Close all, close buys. Self-explanatory. If I have a buy order, partial, we just show that it takes a partial based on the amount that I have put here. So if I put 10, it will close 10% of the orders. It is very good because if I have multiple orders, let's say I have, in this example, a sell here, maybe later a sell here, maybe later a sell here. When I click partial, okay, it will close instantly 10% from all the orders. If I click break even, it will automatically put break even on every order. That's very fast. Like one click, you close everything. Or you take partial fast. Instead, the traditional way is clicking here, double click, excuse me, let me actually show you, double click here, it open a window, and it says here, okay, I want to close 0.01, and then this. You need 10 business days to do that, especially if you have multiple orders. Double click, 2 clicks here, then type here the amount that you want. You can actually go like that, but if you have a lot, let's say you have like 2.35 and you want to close 10%, which might be, you know, 10, 20, 27, 0.27, for example, right? You will need to, if you want to go like that, you will need to go down to 0.27, 90,000 clicks. Then you need to better to do something like that. So even that is like a lot of time. Click, 2 clicks, then another 2 here to highlight, then another 2, 3 here to type, then 1 here to close. And then when you close, that window doesn't close automatically. Let me show to you again. 0.01. Okay. It say there. Then I need to click, even though it took the partial, so it did the job that it did, I need to close, like click here X or something. Or okay, you see, 9,000 business days. No kidding. Okay. Now, let's continue. I have that one click. Okay, this disappear. This is something that I need to fix. This is something very good. Great, great, great. Let me actually write this. Just forget it. Give 1 second. You see, we also find some issues that need a potential work. Not this actually need work. Uh, admin task. Make it a priority. You see, even though I don't see anything. Let me make it red. High priority. Um, but, so even though, by the way, the beauty with that is, by the way, you see, even though it's not 100% ready, still I can, um, you know, work. And the good thing with that is, even though I can, even though, for example, right now there is a bug, this is the stop loss, right? I can use still the native um, system of the MetaTrader. So it's not like it override some function of the MetaTrader 5. I still have whatever the platform gives me plus whatever custom tool I have created. So I don't sacrifice a function of the platform. Now you might say, hey, how you can, do that? You actually can if you mess with the code of the platform, or if you mess with the native components. Okay, now let's sidetrack a little bit. Why someone will want to do that if you want to scam? Now you might say, hey, how can you scam? Well, there is a way to, for example, here I will put stop loss, but it's okay. You're already on profit. Um, Now, here what the gurus do. Do you see here? I don't have a trade. A trade showing like that here. Take a trade, right? Some people, what they do is they get a demo account, right? They get a demo account, and what they do is they see, okay, the market drop. Right. Let me, now that I know it dropped, let me go and create an order that I took a sell here. Okay. So they can go back in time with the native components here to modify it and open an order from here. Okay. Now, since the market dropped, it will show that they made, hundreds of thousands. Obviously, it's a demo account, so they won't actually have made that money. It's demo, but they do it in order to shoot a story. Okay, that hey, look at me, how much money I made, and they get an Instagram message, a Telegram message, Twitter message, like, hey, what did you do? Can you teach me? Of course, they get messages from people that, yeah, give me money. Um, but, you know, this is essentially what they do. The scammers, the gurus of the game, they essentially go back and open an order after they see the price going away. They go back and open an order, and yeah, that's it. And then they shoot a story. Obviously, it's not real money. The account is demo. Um, it can happen with demo account. It can happen with real account if you own the prop firm or you have administrator privileges with a broker. The one, for example, that I use, which is IC Markets, wouldn't do that even if I pay them billions. Okay. Some shady, um, brokers would absolutely do that in Cayman Islands and stuff like that. But have their license because they use that influencer as as an affiliate to bring to them more people to do deposits. Um, the problem with those is, even if you are good and let's say you do a deposit, when you try to withdraw, you will never be able to withdraw your money. So it's a scam. Okay, and most of those influencers are scammers, and I can say it to their face. Okay, I do that for 13 years. Now we're going to 14 years. I know exactly what's going on. I don't care. But this is how it is. Okay. Now back to what I was saying is here, for example, we don't mess with the native components. And on the live accounts, because I build that on the account that I use to test. And when I build, for example, this bug, does this work? What it does? I did it on my IC Markets account, so I wouldn't be able to do anything even if I wanted. And of course, then it's a tool, and I can transfer that to any account on MetaTrader 5. All right, that's the side track. Now this is kind of distracting. Distract me. So let me remove that and let me remove it again. Yes. Template. Now back to what I was saying. Self-explanatory buttons. Now here we say, for example, we have the pair. Now why I might have that? So if I click the plus button, I don't know if you can see it here. Let me actually check what can you see. Okay, great. Now here we can have the pairs from here, but we can pull any pair, for example, euro, and it will show to us all the euro pairs of the pair. And I can why I might want to have that, because if I click that, click that, okay. Now if I close and click that here, you cannot see it. Probably you can. Yeah, it's all the way to the left, but essentially you could build a list with the favorite pairs, and when you click it, instantly, for example, right now I'm on the Euro USD, and I can add USD, for example. It's not ready yet, work in progress, but essentially I could have my favorite pairs and switch it from here, and also later let me show to you that version here. It will say, for example, let's say I have an open order on AUD USD, and another open order on Euro USD, and another order on BTC USD. It will say here how much money they making or losing collectively. I might have multiple orders, right? So I will be able to see collectively, and even here have, let's say, maybe two buttons, a break even or a partial or a close, or three buttons. That's why I have some space here. Okay, everything is calculated. Wherever you see space, it means something might need to be added. Okay, and I have space here, maybe I click automatically break even, so I don't need to go on that pair and see what's going on. Or maybe, okay, I see it makes that pair, let's say 3,000, instantly I could put like take 10% to take, because I might be on different pair, right? All right, back to that. We don't need that anymore. X mode. I won't be able to show to you that. And here, let me go on that settings. Here we have break even, and here we have offset. And what it means offset is spread plus commissions plus points above here. I might delete the word above. It's not ready that part, okay, but let me show to you. Let's say I have an overlay here. Now settings, when I put break even, you see, so what will happen when I take an order? Okay, when the price reaches that level, the stop loss will come instantly and become the break even. Something very very cool is that it is based on R. What R means, just to learn two things, because it's the most important metric. It stems from risk reward, which is essentially how much money you risk. Let's say here I'm risking $100. Here, here, okay. I'm risking here $100. Okay, if I take when the price goes here, okay, I will making $100. So the R, risk reward, is 1-to-1 ratio. Risk 100, it making 100. Okay. Now what I could do is I could move my stop loss from here to the break even. Okay. So it will be a risk free. Okay. Trade, because if let's say the price goes here, here, I don't take anything off the table, which would be stupid, and then price revert, okay, and come back to my entry, the order will close. I won't make money, but at the end of the day, I won't lose money. Very important, right? Now, because here it says like 1 hour, it doesn't mean I can put it 2 hours. So, okay. Another thing, it doesn't need to be because I could actually grab it, move it, say okay manually, because trading is a lot of, it requires a lot of skill. For example, it's not only math. Oh here, it's not only I'm talking to my son. It's not only it's not to say okay I will close it to 2 hour, because price might never reach there, right? Maybe you want to say okay I want to put, if I take an order, here based on what I see on the chart, right? So it's not based on only on R because I mean it is based on R, but it gives you the flexibility to go along with what you see on the chart. Maybe I say, okay, if I take a buy, maybe I want one price go here to break it. Okay, this is just an example here. Okay, all what it means break even is instead clicking that button and put the break even automatically on every position, it will activate, let's say, that button when price reaches to a certain point, but it will be based on position. Why? Because if I have a position here and a sell, okay, and a sell here and a sell here, if I click break even here, it will go from all the positions to the break even. It will go, but so which means that position here that I might have a sell, okay. Okay, Ela, cazzo. Okay. The position here, right, might, it might be too close. The position, it won't have room essentially, um, and might hit the break even faster. So I little need more room to breathe. For example, the order. Um, that here very important. When I move it, it move a lot. Okay. When I move the stop loss, it moved, but it keeps the distance that I left it. Okay, and I can adjust it later. It doesn't really matter. I should have kept the top positions. It was from 19, so it will be 2000. It will be close to 2.5K. Doesn't matter. Now we're under. And right now, now offset what it means. Okay, especially if we have that close of break even. Okay, now offset means that when you open a trade, okay, and if I go here to history, I'm teaching you some important stuff here. Okay, there is a commission that you pay. Okay. Here it seems it is like $6 per lot. Okay. So you pay a commission, and there is something called spread. What is the spread? Let me actually show to you visually this. And here, now here we don't see it very good. Let me try to go with time. Maybe you will see, or even on different pair. Do you see those two lines? There is a gray line and a red line. Okay, where the price is. Now the spread, okay, is represented as ask and bid. One show the gray line, and the other. Let me go on Bitcoin to see it better, and you will learn a lot of things. Yeah, that will show us. You see, there is one line here and one line here. Okay. Now, when the price, when you want to take a buy, okay, this is for people that I dumb it down. So for the people that have zero clue, okay. Now, when you take a buy position, which means the price will go up, okay, and this is the very, 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 loose term. It doesn't actually mean this. This is a result. It means that on euro versus NOK, okay, Norwegian crown, it means that the euro will be stronger than the other currency. Okay, that's what essentially means. And if it's stronger, it will go up the price. Now, when the price is here, right? When you take a buy position, okay, it doesn't open here where the price is. It open here, where the price have never even reached there yet, and there is some distance between this and where the actual price is. Now you might say, why? Okay, I will tell you. Because that distance here is how the broker will make money. So when you open the order, let's say the order open here, even though the price is here. So since your order count from here, okay, essentially what will happen is you instantly lose money because the price is not there yet. When the price reaches here, it would be the money is zero. You don't losing, you don't make. So that distance here, the spread, is how the broker makes money. And the commission. Okay. And the same thing applies on the sell. If you take a sell position, it won't open again on the it will open on a different area. Okay, so essentially every time that you open an order, it doesn't open at the exact price now, and that's why pairs like euro USD, because here we see the ask and the bid price are too far apart. What you want as a trader is to trade on pairs that have tight spreads. See? It it's not even visible to the naked eye. Okay, they are almost at the same, at the same price. Okay, you see sometimes it open little bit, it close, it based on the volume that exists. Okay. Especially when we go into the USA session, US session. I want to enter on a buy, but I won't enter right now. Okay. Now back to what I was saying is, let me here and what actually this would do is, let's say I activate that and I say okay, I want another. Okay, what it will do, or even if I say, let's say 0. Okay, now what it will do, it will calculate also the spread, distance, the commission, let's say here $5, and it will move it a little bit, let's say higher, so it won't close at, when it is $150, it will close when it is 155.14. Okay, and if I put more points here, let's say 30, it will calculate the spread, the commission, and here the distance. As I said, it's not active yet. Okay, it's something that I'm working on that. Okay, but yeah, if I remove it, now the good thing with that is it gives me the flexibility based on how to put it, based on every order. Okay? Now back to what I was saying. So here we have couple buttons. So here we have a couple buttons. Let's see what do they mean. Let's actually see. We might get an opportunity. Okay. I won't take it. There will be another one. Oh, back here. Let's see. Here there are some buttons. Let's see what they do. On the main handle, okay, there are that big thing on its bar. Let's say there is a main handle. What it does is I could grab it here, click and move it, and the middle one move the entire thing. Okay. Then there are some smaller buttons. Okay. And let's start with the bottom one. What the bottom L does, it means you see as I move this, it moves the entire container. If I click the L button, okay, it lock that price here, and if I move it, that stay there. Very cool, because I could say, okay, if the price, past this area, it, validate the idea, right? Then move it all together, and if I put it here on the price, you see, I'll need to do something like that. Then we have the XM button. Okay, and click that XM. Okay, it means X mode, and it won't calculate anymore based on those settings. Okay, it will done different, let's say, calculation, right? Now, how do we understand that? I can say it to you, okay? But give me 1 second to move it somewhere. Yeah, okay. Here, you will be able to see. You see, it's based on orange, the calculation. Okay. If I unclick it, is you see here it says 283. It will be risk. Or let's say, let's put here balance. Let's put here 1%. So um, here it will risk, you know, 0.18, and it will risk $1,000. I put here XM, it will risk $345. Different calculation, different way, but we do the calculation and different risk parameters. Essentially, we skip the risk parameters, the main ones, and we use the XMO engine. Okay, now we have here an R button. What it means reverse. You see here we have this should be the best representation like that. If I click R, it prepare sell, right? Okay, but it maintain the risk distance that I have. You know. Now let's see what the M. And by the way, if I manually do this, but it doesn't maintain the risk. And for example, if I click R, of course I can move or even. All right. Then we have the M. What the M does, it means market, which means the price is here. Let me move that. And let's say whatever I have, let's say one. If I click the M, it essentially move this thing with the market, right? And if the market goes up, this thing follows, the market you see or the see. If the market goes up, it will go up. If the market goes down, it will go down, and it will maintain those, distances. Okay, I believe this is visual enough to see that it actually. Now, a really cool feature is that you can actually combine things. For example, let's say I have the lock. Okay? I'm here. I have the lock. Now, what will happen is as the market will go up or down, this will be sticked here, which means the lot size will change if, let's say, price go up. Okay, it will change, but if it come closer, it will become, bigger or smaller. Now, why I might need something like that? So let me, because I might have it the L here, lock the price here, something like that, and waiting the price to come closer. Maybe come around here, okay, and then I execute, the trade. Okay. Does it mean that I cannot move the lock? Of course I can. And still, you should calculate automatically. But this will help me to execute the best, take some of the best trades because one follow the market. These already have predefined where I would put the stop loss and calculate already the risk. The traditional way would be something like that. Okay, and I would need it to take, let's say, a buy here, click a buy, took it, and then move that. Good luck calculating then. Let's say if I want to calculate $1,000, it would be very, very, very hard, especially if I go and sit and do it you know, with my mind. Right? Let's see. The place, instead of here you have buy, sell, even here, the place it means place order. Okay, so it's for me. Take trade, however you want to call it, okay. Upas. 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 Aquí. Oh, Badelonia. I have my kid here. The kosho. I have my kid here. Want to go out? um, yeah. All right, back talking to the phone. Uh, by the way, I understand that this video it's not the best, like the quality, but at the end of the day, you should be happy that you actually see a trader trade, um, which means I don't have something to sell to you. Give me a second. Padaloni, Padaloni, Padaloni. And also taking the time to explain some stuff even to someone that is brand new. All right. because let's face it, someone will go and those gurus and gurus and whatever their name is, they will shoot a professional video, for their own reasons. Give me 1 second. Let alone me that I made already 1.5k in what 20 minutes and then stay here explain to you stuff. Anyways, mm-hmm. Papucha? Anyways, that's if you have complaints about the quality. Okay, this is you know I know I sidetrack a lot, but here is another explanation. Most people think that you know trading is sitting on the pool or on the beach, clicking some buttons, and that's it. I mean, it can be something like that, but it's an actual job. It's an actual profession, and you do things. You monitor stuff. You might talk with your friends. You might talk with in phone. Maybe you have a Discord. It's not the same way that you see it on Instagram stories and in YouTube videos. That's not how it is. Okay. Um, yeah. And at the end of the day, we're humans, and we sidetrack with a lot of things. Now back to what I was saying. Okay. We talk about that place. Now it will automatically say that okay, this is, let's say, the entry. If I take the trade, this is the stop loss. So the stop loss, it cannot be if it's below the entry. Okay, obviously it is a buy. It cannot be a sell position, and the stop loss be above the entry. This is the entry, right? We assume this is the stop loss. Okay, it cannot be a sell position with a stop loss here initially. Okay, this can never be. Okay, the same way if I have it here. Okay, initially it cannot be this cannot be a buy position initially because the stop loss is above the entry price, so it is sell. Now the stop loss later when the order activate, it cannot it can, I'm sorry, go here because this is the break even, but the price need to pass the entry. Okay, initially cannot happen before the order execution, and after even the order execute, you cannot move it, more than the price. So let's say I take a sell, the price is here, I cannot put the stop loss here, only below the price. Okay? A visual example would be the price is here. I cannot put, let's say I take a sell, I cannot put the stop loss here before the actual price passing. I know it's kind of self-explanatory, but yeah. Now, the good thing is since we know that and we can recognize, we could have like in one click instead of deciding move to avoid a lot of movement. Okay, place, instant execute. Didn't even need to think. Okay, I can close it from here. I can close it from here. See? see, it's this between doing, clicking here, putting the price, drag the stop loss, calculate in your mind how much you want to risk. Let's say something like that, and do all that stuff. It is the distance between the night and day. That's how I risk. 0.3%. I made almost 2%. Lost a trade. Yeah, whatever. But still, 1.5. This is a 5 hour trade. Who makes 5 hour? If I risk 1%, I would have made 5% with the loss included. Okay, and I have on the prop firm to lose like 5% in a day. So even if it was a loss, the first one, the second could be a win. You know, but I prefer to have low risk. Anyways, yeah. Now on the top, we have the L lock as well. Honestly, I don't even know why I did that because, to be honest, on the top, it doesn't really matter. Mm, Honestly, it doesn't really matter because this can change. There is no point to lock it. Maybe I will change that button, the name, and the functionality. What it does. Probably I'll change it. I will either put I will put here B actually break even in order to not go here, and that will be better way. The buy here it would have worked for us. Anyways, another thing is not only find bugs but realize when you are wrong or where and when you could do things better. This one, it was a dumb idea, honestly. Can't believe it. I can't believe it. Anyways, this won't take me. I mean, it is like 1 hour fix to do that, but the original idea it was. And then let's see. We have the P, which is closely related with that. We talk about settings. And by the way, here we have, as you could see, more room because there would be more things to be added here. Okay. Same thing here. We have some room here. We have some room here. There are a couple things that I want to add on the roadmap. Okay. Not yeah. The thing is not to add 1,000 things just to have 1,000 things. It needs to have things that we use, it works, it make it smooth, and it actually improve our trading. To have something that doesn't improve our stuff, it's not it's not good. We want this to actually make us money. Then we go over to P, which is parts. Now, what the parts do, it means partial, which means instead of clicking here and as a break even, those are like global settings and it across every trade. All right, the parts here, it can be set based on individual trade, and let me actually show to you. Let's say here, let's say 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, let's say here 1, 3, 5, some initial settings, 6, 7, 8. All right, as you could see here are activated, okay, but here doesn't show anything, and I will show you. Okay, what does this mean? It means when the order or when the price reads, this is the RR, risk reward, when price reads 1%, so this is my entry, this is my stop loss. So this distance, what is that? $35. When it goes to $35 on profit, probably here 75. So it's about the same distance stop loss here. It will take 20%. Now it won't take it automatically. I need to say it because maybe some models I don't want it. Right? I click here, okay, and it will show to me based on the stop loss on this that hey, this is how many points, this is how much it will close from the order, this is 0.29, it will close 0.06, this is 1 RR, and it will take profit $200. Okay, now why $200? Because my risk is 1,000, okay, and it will take 20% of that. Okay, and of course I can have it as well break even there. So risk 1,000. Okay, here the order here it will making 1,000 in profit. I will close 20%, and I can say okay, and I want break even. So if I hit 1R, okay, not only the trade will become a risk free, so if the price reverse I won't lose any money, but okay, I will have secure an additional $200 in my balance, and if price reverse and close at break even, I won't lose any more money, and I will have made 20% of that, which would be $200. Okay, and by the way, this moves. If I increase my risk, so how much less it will, or more it will close, right? And of course, okay, if I move that, and of course I can grab it, move it, let's say 1 to 1.5. Right, and move it, and I can click, let's say this, and I can have this, profit, and I want to put this here, it doesn't matter to be. I can judge based on the market, right? I can close that, close that, close that. Or I could say, okay, here, it'll be like that. I could have one could be somewhere up here, maybe another one, that, that one, maybe I want it somewhere here, that one somewhere here, maybe another one. Okay, did I click on this somewhere? It doesn't need to have the same, distance. We can go here and we can actually execute that trade. There, 250 to risk, and I want to risk something like that. Click that, something like that. I can execute that, and I can even fix that. By the way, it doesn't mean I can do that. And even if I close that to be distracting, I can have that here. And if I don't want that, I can simply remove that. And by the way, since I'm here, I can put here as well. That when it reads 3%, 3R, right? And I can fix the fonts and stuff like that to be, a little bit better. But stop loss, So when if price reads there, it will automatically take, um, you know, a percentage, the money, and put break even automatically. Talk about parts. Trail is not there being added. In background, add plus plus. I need to make that button a little bit bigger, just a little bit. And then there would be another one or two buttons here. And yeah, that's all. I know it took like 1 hour to explain to you stuff and show to you some things, and yeah. But it is what it is. Now I will need to go somewhere, and so I will leave this open. If we hit stop loss, we hit stop loss. And if it move in our direction, great. We'll continue, into the USA session. We are still on profit, 1.5k, which is good for us. I will be back in about 20 30 minutes, or maybe I should actually, you know what, I will stop this video here and I will shoot one on maybe USA session, so you will have more content. So that's all.